Well, hello. We are live with hashtag November 3rd with Politics, Pros, and Pop Culture. I'm Rashonda Tate Billingsley.
And I'm Victoria Christopher Murray. And you said November 3rd, Rashonda.
And
Can
it's
you
November
believe
2nd.
can you believe this? We've been doing this all this time for all these weeks leading up to this, and here we are. It
Yeah,
has
and
been
this is so exciting. We've been waiting and waiting on this moment, and we're here tonight because we will be planted in front of a TV tomorrow watching all the returns come in. But we wanted to talk about some things that you need to watch for tomorrow night. And Victoria, she thrives on this. So I would say she's been doing her homework, but she already knows all this
I
stuff.
already knew this. I already knew it. The first thing I want people to do, Rashonda, because when I posted on my page that I was going to be hosting this, all the comments were of anxiety. The first thing I want people to do is take a deep breath, because there's no need to worry. Because if this took a wrong turn, which I do not think it will, we have plenty of time to worry. So in this process, let's enjoy the fact that we are participating in a democracy. We're letting our voices be heard, and we're getting rid of this mess. So take a deep breath.
Okay, so that's the professional a reply approach. Me, I'm scared to death.
There's no need to be scared. There really isn't. And let me tell you some of the reasons why. The first reason is everybody saying, well, look what happened in 2016. Okay, that is true. The national polls in 2016 were right on. Hillary won by about 2%. Where they were off were in the states, and they were off for two reasons. First, they did not do enough state polling. And secondly, they underestimated what they call the white, blue collar, working class. And they didn't know that they were going to come out in droves like that. So they fixed the polling. And so now the polling is they have those people in their polls at the rate they came out in 2016. If you've been watching any kind of news, you never saw polls like this.
Right.
Another reason that you don't have to worry is 2016 is not 2020. In 2016, Don McCon sold us a con, and a lot of people believed something that he was not. And so he has a record now. Another thing is, there was 20 years of Republicans beating Hillary Clinton down. It is not happening now. And it is a different candidate. There is no James Comey. There's no scandal. There are no emails.
Yes. And that's what drove a lot of people to stay home. So it's not that Donald Trump had all of these votes and all of these people wanted him to win. It's just that a lot of people on the other side stayed home.
That's right. And so he was not a political genius. He won by 11,000 votes in Michigan, 22,000 votes in Wisconsin, and 44,000 votes in Pennsylvania. So that's all he won by. So this is what I decided that we should do, Rashonda. We should tell everybody what to look for tomorrow night. Right. Because if we don't tell everyone what to look for, they are going to be like flipping out when Trump wins Idaho and Wyoming.
All right.
And so I want us to take a deep breath and get out a piece of paper. And even if you don't have the piece of paper, just come back and watch this video later on. But I'm going to give you several columns to list down. First, I'm going to give you what I call the Democratic states or the blue states that everybody knows. Okay, so you ready?
Yes.
So California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, DC, which is not a state, but it will be, Hawaii, Illinois, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Nevada, the news, all the news, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oregon, Rhode Island, Vermont, Virginia, and Washington.
Now, I put all of these up on the screen so people can see. These are what they call the blue states.
And what we mean by that is that we are going to win those states. Hillary Clinton won every single one of those states. We are going to win those states. Okay, so does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, now I'm going, the next column are the Republican states. Okay, so you ready? Alabama, Alaska, Arkansas, Idaho, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Mississippi, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, North Dakota, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Utah, West Virginia, and Wyoming.
Okay, we interrupt this programming to tell you that I have faith in Arkansas. We're gonna flip blue. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay, we did not need that message, because as much as I love my people in Arkansas, your people, my people, I love my Sorors in Little Rock, Arkansas. That's not going to happen. But we need their votes. Okay. We need their votes because we need to run up the score. We need to run up the score under the popular vote. That's going to be very important. Hillary won by almost 3 million. I predict that we're going to win by about 8 million, but we need every vote in every blue state and every red state.
Fine, carry on.
Okay, so let me carry on. So now you will see something up there that says the typical road to 270. And there are 3 states there: Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. Now, let me explain what those states are. Those are the 3 states that Donald Trump won last year. Oh, it's been a long year. Won in 2016, that blew us all away because a Republican hadn't won those states in years. And so they're kind of called the blue wall. And that's what got him elected. And he won them by less than a percentage point. The polls are really good. In Michigan and in Wisconsin, you see the Black people saying, oh, we messed up. We know we messed up. That ain't happening no more. And in Pennsylvania, Joe is a native son, which is one of the reasons that I wanted him to be the candidate, not only because I thought he's a good man, but I knew he could bring Pennsylvania. He's up by about 5 points, which is a solid lead in today's times. So those are the 3 states we're going to be watching: Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin. It's going to be very important to watch those states. I'm not worried about any of them. If we win all of the blue states that I gave you, and those 3, Joe Biden is the next president of the United States. Now, Rashonda, these are the 7 states that are gonna make it fun. This is what I call the states to watch. And these states are, and you probably have them, you have them in alphabetical order on there.
Right.
But I'm just going to read it off of my list: Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, I can't believe I'm saying Texas, Arizona, Iowa, and Ohio. Those, so we're trying to take down the, and then we can come back up for the Senate later. If you could take that.
Yeah.
Those states. So let me explain. This is what's going to make it exciting for everyone, and no one has to worry. So we have our 3. We're going to win them. But the challenge is going to be Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania. They don't count their early votes until later. Like, they're not able to count them and start counting them until tomorrow. And there are other states that have been counting them. These are the 7 states to watch. Do not let your blood pressure go up or down on any other states except for these 7. The Florida, North Carolina, Georgia, Texas, Arizona, Iowa, and Ohio. Here's the thing. Donald Trump has to win all 7 of these. These are the battleground states. He has to win every single one. We don't need any.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need any. As long as we get out Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, we're going to get them. We don't need any of these 7. If we
Now,
get
saying
any of
that,
the 7,
saying that though, we want people to still come out to vote because he has already said that he has lawyers on standby. He's ready to fight and petition, and we got to run the score up.
Yeah, so when I say we don't need any of them,
for the Electoral College.
Yeah, because we need every single vote.
Yeah.
And when I say we don't need any of them, if we get one of them, he's out. So that's why people in these states want to come out. Because the people in these states, if we get any one of them, if we don't need Florida, but if we get Florida, he's out. If we get North Carolina and it's looking good, he's out.
Yeah.
And so he won't have a path to 270.
Yeah, you see, we have Tracy Curry just told us they are showing out here in North Carolina. See, we love to hear that.
Yep, and they're showing out in North Carolina because I heard that the African American turnout is amazing in North Carolina and in Georgia. We're having some challenges in Florida, but I'm not concerned because, with us, going to the polls on election day is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not concerned. So this is what's going to be exciting on election night. Looking at those 7 states and saying, come on, North Carolina. Come on, Florida. Come on, Ohio. But
come on, Arkansas.
Well, they're not, I love my Arkansas people.
Okay,
so
okay.
We don't have to win any of them, but we win and he's crushed. And if we win any of these 7, then he's not going to go to court. And let me tell you why. He wants to go to court for Pennsylvania. Because Pennsylvania won't be counting their mail-in votes until afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to know, I believe, the next president of the United States tomorrow night. I really honestly believe that. And let me tell you why. Florida has already started counting their early votes. North Carolina has already started counting their early votes. Texas has already started counting their early votes.
Or 9 million early votes. 9 million. 9 million early votes.
Yep. Ohio has already started counting early votes. Georgia has already started counting early votes. My point is, all of those votes will be in. It'll be close to 100% by the time we get to midnight. And when Joe Biden wins any one of these 7 states, we're going to all go to sleep with a smile on our face.
Let's hope so. Now, we are wrapping up, but we want to touch on the Senate. So I'm going to put it back up real quick.
Put it back up.
We can touch up on the Senate.
So let's flip the Senate, ladies and gentlemen. Let's flip the Senate. There are so more election, and we could take it back. We can take it back from the Republicans. So the states to watch are in Arizona. Mark Kelly is running there. He's the husband of Gabby Giffords, and he was an ex-astronaut. Then we have, oh my goodness, 2 in Georgia. Y'all know about Georgia, right?
Yeah.
And then if they're showing out in North Carolina, I sure hope they're showing out with the senator too. I mean, yeah, he made some mistakes, but who hasn't?
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Texas. What's going on there with you?
In Texas, we have MJ Hager and John Cornyn. It's a tight one, but we're keeping our fingers crossed for MJ Hager.
Okay. And then you read the other ones because they're really little.
So we have Iowa, Maine, Michigan, Alabama.
Okay, so we have them all there. Oh, Alabama is Doug Jones.
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard for him to win that seat. But I hope that because he won that special election back in 2017. And I really wish that he could win. It's going to be tough for him in a red state.
Yeah.
He won last time, but just barely against a pedophile. So this guy's not a pedophile. He just doesn't know anything. Like they asked him about the Voting Rights Act and he didn't know what it was.
Yeah. Okay. Before we go, one more thing. We have a question. Should those of us with anxiety watch tomorrow night?
Okay. Well, that's a good question. I think we can push our anxiety away. But if you are still anxious, that's why we gave you this roadmap. Because if you are watching without a roadmap, if you don't know the states and where they're supposed to be, you might see all of these red states coming in, and that would make you more anxious when that's going to happen anyway. Right. I think when you have this roadmap and you know the 7 states to watch, plus the 3, making sure that we get the 3 that we need, I think you'll be less anxious. But the thing is that get rid of the anxiety. Take a deep breath. We have plenty of time to be anxious afterwards. But here's the thing. Tomorrow, I'm doing a phone bake for Texas, Rashonda. I'm going to be spending 2 hours on the phone calling people in Texas, getting them out to vote. The NAACP has things that you can participate in. If any of you can make calls or do texts, please do it. We call your friends, just check to make sure everyone voted. My friends are sick of me. Ask Rashonda.
Yes, they are. I won't say we because I'm right there with you. We just tell you woosah. That goes to me too. Make sure you woosah. We'll put that chart up so that you can grab it off of our social media pages and just have it by you. And of course, we'll be online keeping you updated throughout the night.
Okay, so did anyone have any questions? Because this is our last November 3rd.
I know we had a couple. Everybody's just been weighing in, and I love some of the things that we've been seeing. We need every vote in Texas. Tracy stood in line for almost 2 hours, so we had some great comments, and we thank you all for tuning in with us. We will still be around with Politics, Pros, and Pop Culture, but we will be keeping you updated tomorrow, and we are excited. Go vote.
Go vote. Bye.
Bye.